Huskers pull one out here at home, 38-27 against Michigan State. First things first, I want to give my props to Michigan State. They were definitely not the better team on paper. They're an average Big Ten team, in my opinion. I said that before the week started. They're in a rebuild, people. I want to say that. I got to give some props to them. They made this game very, very interesting in the third quarter when they were up 21-14. Good, bad, and the ugly for the Huskers for me. I'll try to make this as quick as possible. Yes, I'm happy about the win. There's some glaring problems still with this team. Notably, we can't pass block. It is atrocious. Dylan got sacked, I think, 5 or 6 times again today. A couple weeks ago against Michigan, he was sacked 6 or 7 times. We had the bye week. I thought maybe we'd improve. Michigan State does not have an elite defense like Michigan does. It is a glaring problem for Nebraska, and this needs to get corrected or get better going forward here. That was one of my big takes. Stupid penalties. We only had 6 for 44, but a couple dumb penalties today by the Huskers. A couple drive killers there. The biggest problem on top of the pass blocking is also the run blocking. 67 total yards rushing for the Huskers today. They tried to run it 31 times. They ran it for an average of 2.2 yards per carry. 2.2. That's hard to do, to be that bad rushing the football. You guys can let me know down in the comments what you think about that. But I've been on this all year, in particular even last year, about running the football and why we are so bad at running the ball. Emmett Johnson isn't a bad back. There's just no holes to run through. It's bad. I know you guys know that if you're watching it, if you're a Husker fan, but it's atrocious. Dylan Raiola today, I didn't think played real well. Some of these sacks that he took were partially his fault. You can't be holding the ball forever. Some of them aren't his fault. I get it. So I'm not placing all the blame on Dylan, but when you're the quarterback, you get all the credit when you win. You take a lot of blame when you lose and play bad too. But he was 16-24 today with 1 touchdown. The INT, I'm going to give him a pass and say he didn't see the safety there. It was a costly turnover, absolutely. It looks bad. I'm praying he didn't see the safety there, because if he did, it was a horrible play. As far as the stats go, guys, believe it or not, Michigan State had 17 first downs. We had 15. The problem for them, though, and where I credit the Husker defense, making some adjustments in this game in the second half for the first time in a long time, got to the quarterback and shut down the run game as far as the running backs go for Michigan State. Childs made some plays with his feet, but they were 2 of 14 on third down. So hats off to the Huskers defense, especially in the middle of the third quarter to the end of the game. They did a pretty damn good job there. I gotta give my props to Butler on that one. Nebraska on third down was 5 of 13, so not a hell of a lot better, but a little bit better. Where they were really, really good today was on fourth down. They were 4 of 5, and they were actually 4 of 4 up until they had to go for it on 4th and 8. There, I think they were on their own 10 or 12-yard line. They weren't going to get that. Childs was all banged up back there anyway, but they did a good job on fourth down. We were 0-2 today on fourth down. Total yards here, ugly by both teams. Jesus, for the amount of points scored in this game, total yards by both teams is terrible. They had 240 yards of total offense. We only had 261. Half of that came on basically one drive for us. We had 77 yards halfway through the third quarter on offense. It was ugly for the Nebraska offense the first half. Passing yards, they had 156. We had 194. They were 15 of 30 passing, Childs was, and including the backup there. Raiola, like I mentioned, 16 of 24. Average yards per completion is really skewed here. 8.1, not bad, but that was because Hunter made that crazy, stupid wide receiver screenplay that we run every other play. Made a guy miss and went 60-some yards to the house. The turnovers, they had two terrible throws by Aiden Childs in this game. God, those were bad. Nebraska obviously having the one with Raiola and the interception there that I mentioned. Rushing yards, they had 84, so we did a good job shutting down the run for the most part. Problem on our end, like I mentioned, we had 67 yards of rushing offense again in this game. Not good. Penalties, 6 for 44, 5 for 45 on their end, so not terrible. But yes, so Nebraska just... honestly, guys, we played Maryland, and if you guys follow any Big Ten football, they lost today. They were undefeated playing Washington at home. Washington is a pretty good team in the Big Ten. They are in a rebuild as well, but much further along than Michigan State is. Maryland was up 20-0 on Washington at home. Looked like they had that game won. Ended up losing 24-20 at the end of the game there. So they're going to be fired up. And if you guys don't know, Nebraska's got to travel on the road for the first time this year and go play them. They have a quarterback in Malik Washington, I believe is his name. He is a freshman. Not the best passer on the planet, but the dude is uber athletic. And we have a tough time. Been saying this for a while now, especially when Rule's been here. We have a tough time handling running quarterbacks. So I hope to God this was an eye-opener for the Huskers today, because Childs made some big plays with his feet. He didn't throw the ball worth a shit, but he made us look pretty foolish sometimes when he took off and ran. Mind you, he was playing injured today. I'm not using that as an excuse. Nebraska missed some tackles at times, especially in the first half as well. So my overall take from this game, I'll take the win. Obviously, as a Husker fan, we're going to take any win. I was glad to see us kind of close out strong. I know they scored a garbage time touchdown there at the end. It is what it is. But they win by 11. They were favored by 13 before kickoff. So good win by the Huskers there. But yeah, we got a lot of things going forward. And I would like to know down in the comment section, guys, what's your thoughts? I feel like I do a lot of talking, obviously, on these. Let me know down in the comment section what you guys thought of the Huskers today, because this was a 4-game stretch. Michigan State, Maryland, Minnesota, I think, in Northwestern. These are all games we're going to be favored up until the USC game coming up. So we got to win these football games. So we'll check the box here. Win against Michigan State. Husker Nation, I love it. I love you guys. Until then, guys, we'll see you next time.